we share too much. And most of the time, we only realize it after the words have already left us, after the message is sent, after the call ends, after the room goes quiet again. In that moment of sharing, it feels right. It feels necessary. We tell ourselves we are just being honest, that we are expressing what we feel, that we are clearing our mind. There is a certain comfort in saying things out loud, a lightness that comes from being heard. For a brief moment, the noise inside us softens. But then something changes. The relief does not last. The lightness fades. And slowly, a different feeling begins to take its place. A subtle unease. A sense that something doesn't sit right. We replay the conversation in our head. We revisit every sentence. We wonder if we revealed too much. Not because the problem disappeared, but because now someone else knows about it. We replay the moment, the tone, the details. We imagine how we were perceived. Did we look weak? Did we expose too much? Did we lose control? This kind of questioning drains energy, because instead of solving the original problem, we are now managing the aftermath of sharing it. The second consequence is relational. Once something is shared, it cannot be taken back. Words don't disappear, they change the dynamic. Some people hold what we share with care, others hold it loosely, and some use it without realizing the damage. The way someone looks at us can shift. The way they speak to us can change. Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's barely noticeable, but we feel it, because vulnerability alters power. When we reveal too much too soon, we give up emotional leverage before trust is established. The third consequence is long-term. Repeated oversharing trains us to rely on external validation. We begin to feel relief only when someone else responds, when they listen, when they reassure, when they agree. And when that response doesn't come, the discomfort returns even stronger. This creates dependence, not healing. Over time, we start doubting our ability to carry our own emotions. We forget that we are capable of processing pain internally. And this is how oversharing slowly weakens self-trust. This is where the irony becomes clear. We turn to sharing as a solution. We believe that speaking about the problem will help us solve it, that clarity will come through expression, that relief will lead to understanding. But more often than not, the opposite happens. Because the problem we shared has not been resolved. It has only been exposed. And exposure is not the same as healing. What we are really doing is outsourcing our emotional processing. We hand our confusion, our frustration, our uncertainty to someone else. Not because they have the answer, but because we want the feeling to stop. In that moment, sharing becomes a shortcut, a way to escape discomfort instead of understanding it. And here is the irony. The very act meant to reduce pain creates a new source of pain. Regret, self-doubt, loss of emotional safety. We didn't solve the problem. We multiplied it. One problem inside us, now joined by another outside us. And unlike internal problems, external ones involve people, perceptions, memories, dynamics we cannot control. Once words leave us, they belong to the world. This is why oversharing feels confusing. It offers immediate relief, but delayed cost. And by the time the cost appears, the relief is already gone. The real solution is not to shut down. It is not to suppress what we feel, and it is not to pretend we don't need connection. The solution is awareness. Awareness of what we are feeling, and why we feel the urge to share. Before speaking, we need to pause, not to judge ourselves, but to understand ourselves. To ask a simple question: what am I hoping this sharing will give me? If the answer is relief, then what we need is regulation, not disclosure. Relief can come from sitting with the emotion, from breathing through it, from letting it pass without giving it a voice immediately. Sometimes clarity comes from writing, not talking. Sometimes it comes from thinking, not explaining. And sometimes it comes from action. Another part of the solution is discernment. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Being open is not the same as being unguarded. Trust is built slowly, and vulnerability should follow trust, not precede it. Choosing silence is not weakness, it is self-respect. When we share with intention, we share less, but we share better. We protect our energy, we protect our dignity, and over time, we rebuild trust in ourselves. Because the strongest form of healing is knowing you can hold your own emotions without immediately handing them away. If any part of this felt familiar, that's not a flaw. It's awareness beginning to form. We all overshare at times, not because we lack control, but because we are trying to feel better. What matters is not perfection, it's intention. The next time you feel the urge to explain everything, pause for a moment. Notice what you're feeling. Notice the urgency. Ask yourself whether you need to speak or whether you need space. Not every emotion needs an audience. Some need time, some need patience, some need action. And when you do choose to share, let it be deliberate. Let it be with someone who has earned your trust. Because your inner world is valuable, and protecting it is not selfish. If this resonated with you, take a moment to reflect on it. Save this. Return to it when you feel the urge to overshare. And if you know someone who needs this reminder, share it with intention. Sometimes, the most powerful change begins with a pause.